Ladies and gentlemen, listen to me carefully. Imagine waking up every morning with a sense of purpose so strong, so clear, that nothing can stand in your way. Picture yourself surrounded by opportunities, success flowing effortlessly into your life, and each step you take bringing you closer to your dreams. Now, what if I told you that you have the power to attract this reality into your life? What if the key to unlocking success was not about chasing it, but about aligning yourself with it, creating a magnetic force that draws success to you? You see, success is not a matter of luck or coincidence. It is a matter of law. There is a universal principle that governs the flow of success into your life, and this law is as real as gravity itself. Just like gravity pulls everything down, the law of attraction pulls success toward those who are in harmony with it. But here's the truth that most people never grasp. You cannot attract what you do not believe you deserve. If you think small, you will live small. If you doubt your potential, you will attract failure. But when you shift your mindset, when you elevate your thoughts, your beliefs, and your actions, you open the door to a world where abundance, prosperity, and success are not just possibilities, but certainties. Success is not something that happens by chance. It's something you must become, something you must attract with the power of your thoughts, your actions, and your energy. The moment you begin to see yourself as worthy of success, the universe will begin to respond. The question is, are you ready to claim what is rightfully yours? Your thoughts shape your reality. This is not just a motivational phrase. It is a powerful truth grounded in both spiritual principles and universal laws. In the Bible, Proverbs 23:7 says, "For as he thinketh in his heart, so is he." The mind is the starting point for everything in our lives. The thoughts we entertain today will shape the circumstances we experience tomorrow. This principle is not just an abstract idea. It is a divine law that governs the very fabric of our existence. Think about the way you view yourself. If you constantly see yourself as inadequate or incapable, that mindset will define the way you show up in the world. You will act in ways that reflect that belief. But when you begin to see yourself through the lens of possibility, when you choose to view yourself as a person of purpose, equipped for success, something extraordinary happens. Your actions align with your beliefs, and opportunities begin to present themselves. It's just like planting a seed in the soil. If you plant a seed of doubt or negativity, it will grow into a tree that produces fruits of fear, failure, and missed opportunities. But when you plant seeds of faith, positivity, and vision, you will nurture a tree that produces the fruits of success, joy, and fulfillment. The soil doesn't question the nature of the seed. It simply responds to it. Likewise, the universe responds to the seeds of thought you plant in your mind. Consider the story of David and Goliath. He was a young shepherd boy, small and seemingly insignificant, facing a giant of a man. But David's thoughts were not governed by the size of the challenge in front of him. He didn't see Goliath as an insurmountable obstacle. He saw him as an opportunity to demonstrate the power of his God. David asked, 2 Samuel 17:26, his thoughts were rooted in faith, in the belief that he was destined for victory, and that belief propelled him to action. He did not see defeat, he saw triumph before the battle even began. Now, look at your own life. How often do you allow your thoughts to be consumed by what you cannot do or what you don't have? How often do you focus on your limitations instead of your potential? The mind is a powerful tool, but it can also be a dangerous weapon if left unchecked. It is easy to get caught in a cycle of negative thinking, to focus on the obstacles instead of the possibilities. But what if, instead of thinking about what you lack, you focused on what you already have? What if, instead of dwelling on your failures, you shifted your focus to your successes, no matter how small? Take a moment to reflect on your current circumstances. What are your thoughts saying about your future? Are they filled with fear, doubt, and insecurity? Or are they filled with hope, faith, and expectancy? You see, it's not the challenges that define you, but the thoughts you have about them. If you believe that success is beyond your reach, you will attract failure. But if you believe that success is within your grasp, you will begin to see ways to make it a reality. Just like the story of Abraham, who, despite being promised a great nation, was faced with seemingly impossible circumstances. He was an old man with no children. Yet he chose to believe that God's promise was greater than the situation he was in. Romans 4:18 says, "Against all hope, Abraham in hope believed. His thoughts were filled with faith and his actions followed." The key to his success was the way he thought. His thoughts were not limited by his circumstances, but rather they were aligned with the greater vision God had for his life. So I ask you today, what are your thoughts telling you? Are they telling you that success is impossible, or are they telling you that it is inevitable? Remember, the mind is the garden and your thoughts are the seeds. What you plant today, you will harvest tomorrow. Choose wisely. Belief in your worthiness is the foundation of attracting success. You cannot rise higher than you believe you can. If you view yourself as unworthy of success, you will unknowingly block the very opportunities that are available to you. This is not just a motivational concept. It's rooted deeply in the spiritual truths of the Bible and the natural laws of the universe. In the book of James 1:6-7, it says, "But let him ask in faith with no doubting, for he who doubts is like a wave of the sea, driven and tossed by the wind. For let not that man suppose that he will receive anything from the Lord." When you doubt your worthiness, you also doubt your ability to receive the good that is meant for you. Consider the story of the Israelites as they approached the promised land. In Numbers 13, the 12 spies were sent to survey the land, and 10 of them returned with reports of giants saying, "We are not able to go up against the people, for they are stronger than we." The belief they held about their own abilities, rooted in fear and inferiority, kept them from stepping into the destiny God had for them. But Joshua and Caleb, two of the spies, saw things differently. They believed they were well able to take the land, not because of their strength, but because they knew God was on their side. Their belief in their worthiness and God's promise empowered them to see beyond their circumstances. They understood that the promise of success was tied to their belief in it. How often do you look at the challenges in your life and see them as insurmountable? How often do you shrink back, not because you are incapable, but because you've been conditioned to believe that success is reserved for someone else? We have all been given the ability to succeed, but that ability is unlocked when we truly believe that we are worthy of success. If your mindset is shaped by feelings of inadequacy or unworthiness, no matter how much effort you put in, you will not see the results you desire. This is why belief is so critical. It's the key that opens the door to your potential. When you believe in your worthiness, you begin to expect good things. Just like the story of Esther in the Bible, she was a woman who, despite her humble beginnings, believed that she was placed in the palace for such a time as this. When she was faced with the challenge of saving her people, she didn't hesitate. She knew that she had been chosen for greatness and believed that she had the favor and grace to accomplish her purpose. Esther's belief in her own worthiness and her willingness to act on that belief led to the deliverance of her people. Now think about your own life. Do you truly believe you deserve success? Do you see yourself as someone who is destined for greatness, or do you see yourself as an exception to the rule? You see, your belief about your worthiness will either open doors or keep them closed. If you constantly tell yourself that success is for others, that it's out of reach for someone like you, then that belief will become your reality. The law of attraction works based on your beliefs. What you believe, you will attract. If you believe you are worthy, the universe will respond accordingly, opening doors, creating opportunities, and aligning circumstances in your favor. It's like the story of the prodigal son in Luke 15. When the young man decided to return home after squandering his inheritance, he believed that he was unworthy to be called a son. He thought he might only be accepted as a servant. But when he returned, his father ran to him and embraced him, saying, "For this son of mine was dead and is alive again. He was lost and is found." The father's response illustrates the truth that no matter how far we stray or how unworthy we may feel, the moment we choose to believe in our worthiness, we are embraced by grace. We are never too far from what we deserve. Your belief in your worthiness must be rooted in the understanding that you are not an accident, that you are divinely placed on this earth for a purpose, and that you are equipped for success. Your worth is not determined by past mistakes, your social status, or your current circumstances. It is determined by the Creator, who has given you everything you need to fulfill your destiny. Once you accept that you are worthy of success, your thoughts, actions, and energy will shift, and the law of attraction will begin to work in your favor. Aligning your actions with your vision is one of the most critical steps in attracting success. It is not enough to simply think positive thoughts or believe in your worthiness. Your actions must reflect the vision you hold for your life. Faith without works is dead, as the Bible reminds us in James 2:26. If you truly believe that you are destined for success, then your actions should mirror that belief. Success is not something that happens by chance. It happens because you have decided to act in alignment with your purpose and vision. Consider the story of Noah. When God instructed him to build an ark in the midst of a world that had never seen rain, Noah's faith was not passive. He didn't sit back and wait for the flood to come. Instead, he aligned his actions with the vision God gave him, and for years he worked diligently, building something that no one else could understand. His faith was proven by his works. His belief in God's promise led him to take practical, intentional steps toward his destiny. Noah's actions didn't just reflect faith, they reflected the power of aligning your daily choices with the vision God has for you. It was because of his alignment of belief and action that the future of humanity was preserved. Now let's think about your own life. Do your actions align with the vision you have for your future? Many of us have big dreams, dreams of success, happiness, and fulfillment. But our daily actions do not reflect those dreams. We say we want to be healthy, but we don't exercise or eat right. We say we want to be financially free, but we don't save or invest wisely. We say we want to be successful in our careers, but we are not putting in the effort to develop our skills. Our vision might be clear, but if our actions don't align with that vision, we are simply wishing for success instead of creating it. The law of attraction responds to your actions because they are the tangible expression of your beliefs. You cannot attract success by merely wishing for it. You must work for it, take steps toward it, and prove that you are ready to receive it. When you take consistent action toward your vision, you send a message to the universe that you are serious, that you are prepared to do the work, and that you are aligned with your purpose. In the parable of the talents, Matthew 25:14-30, we see how the servant who took action and used the talents given to him was rewarded. The master did not reward the servant who buried his talent, believing that doing nothing was the safe option. Instead, he praised the servant who worked and multiplied what he had been given. This teaches us that action is the key to unlocking the rewards that God has set aside for us. The more we use what we have, no matter how small it may seem, the more we are entrusted with. Think about the process of planting a seed. You can have the best soil, the most fertile ground, and the most favorable weather, but if you don't plant the seed, nothing will grow. Similarly, having a clear vision is like having the best soil for your dreams, but your actions are the seeds you plant. Without planting them, without taking concrete steps towards your goal, nothing will grow. Your actions are the catalyst that transforms your vision into reality. The journey to success is filled with moments where you will need to make choices that align with the bigger picture you have in mind. These choices, whether they are small or large, compound over time and create momentum that leads to success. Remember that alignment is not just about taking action when it feels convenient. It's about being consistent even when it's difficult, even when you don't see immediate results. Think of the story of the tortoise and the hare. The tortoise may not have been the fastest, but he took consistent steps toward the finish line while the hare got distracted and rested. In the end, it was the tortoise's consistent action that brought him success. If you truly want to attract success, you must look at your daily actions and ask yourself, do they reflect the person I want to become? Do they reflect the vision I hold for my life? If the answer is no, then it is time to adjust your actions to match your vision. This alignment is the key to seeing the law of attraction work in your favor. Positive energy magnetizes success. Your energy, the thoughts, feelings, and attitudes you carry, becomes the force that attracts or repels the very things you desire. Just like a magnet attracts metal, your energy has the ability to draw opportunities, people, and situations that align with what you focus on. The Bible tells us in Philippians 4:8, finally, brothers and sisters, whatever is true, whatever is noble, whatever is right, whatever is pure, whatever is lovely, whatever is admirable, if anything is excellent or praiseworthy, think about such things. This scripture highlights how our thoughts, feelings, and energy must be in alignment with positivity to draw success into our lives. Think about the people you know. Have you ever encountered someone whose very presence lights up a room? Their positive attitude and energy seem to lift everyone around them. These are the people who attract success. not because they are necessarily the most qualified or the hardest working, but because they carry an energy that draws good things toward them. Their attitude is one of expectation, belief, and joy. They believe that good things are on the way, and their energy invites those good things into their lives. In contrast, have you ever noticed how someone who constantly complains or sees the world through a negative lens seems to attract negativity? Their energy is filled with resistance, doubt, and fear. And as a result, they pull circumstances that match that energy. This doesn't mean that bad things don't happen to positive people, but those who maintain a positive energy are far more likely to see and create opportunities for success even in difficult circumstances. The Bible emphasizes this in Proverbs 23:7. As a man thinketh in his heart, so is he. Your energy is a reflection of your inner thoughts, and those thoughts create the life you experience. Let's take a real-life example. Imagine two entrepreneurs who are both starting businesses. One is filled with positive energy. She believes in the mission of her business. She is excited about the opportunities ahead, and she surrounds herself with people who support and encourage her. The other is constantly filled with doubt, fear, and negativity. He sees every challenge as an obstacle he cannot overcome. Even if they both have equal talent and skill, who do you think will attract more opportunities, more customers, and more support? The one who is carrying positive energy. Her optimism and belief in success will draw people to her and open doors, while his negativity will repel opportunities, keeping him stuck. You must ask yourself, what kind of energy am I putting out into the world? Are you radiating positivity and belief, or are you exuding doubt and negativity? Your energy creates a field around you. This energy field either invites success and opportunity or repels it. It's similar to the way a radio transmitter works. If you tune into the right frequency, you can hear the desired station. But if you're on the wrong frequency, all you hear are static and noise. The same is true with your energy. If you are focused on the right frequency of abundance, success, and opportunity, you will attract those things. But if your focus is on scarcity, fear, and limitation, that is exactly what you will attract. Let's look at the story of the woman with the issue of blood in Mark 5:25-34. For 12 years she had suffered and spent all her money on doctors who could not help her. But when she heard about Jesus, she said, "If I just touch his clothes, I will be healed." Her faith, her belief, and the positive energy she carried toward healing attracted the very thing she desired. Her energy was one of expectation and hope. She didn't sit and wait for healing to come. She actively pursued it. Her energy, her belief in healing, was so powerful that it drew it to her. In that moment, Jesus said, "Daughter, your faith has healed you. Go in peace and be freed from your suffering." This story is a powerful illustration of how positive energy can magnetize success and healing into our lives. When your thoughts are filled with faith, hope, and expectation, you attract opportunities, relationships, and situations that are in alignment with those beliefs. Your energy opens the door for success to enter, and success will follow the path your energy sets. So I ask you today, what kind of energy are you carrying? Are you broadcasting hope and belief in your success? Or are you emitting doubt and fear? Remember, your energy is not just about what you feel internally, it's what others sense when they interact with you. People can feel your energy, and the world responds to it. Choose to be a magnet for success. Choose to believe in the abundance that is available to you. Gratitude is a powerful attractor. It's not just a nice emotion to feel. It's a principle that has the ability to unlock abundance in your life. The Bible emphasizes the importance of gratitude in many places, and for good reason. In 1 Thessalonians 5:18, we are told, give thanks in all circumstances. Notice that it doesn't say to give thanks only when things are going well or only when you feel like it. It says in all circumstances. Gratitude is not contingent on what's happening around you. It's a mindset, a choice. And when practiced regularly, it becomes a force that attracts more of what you appreciate into your life. Think about the times when you felt the most grateful. Maybe it was for something small, like a simple gesture from a friend, or something big, like the birth of a child or the fulfillment of a long-held dream. In those moments of gratitude, how did you feel? Did you feel more open to receiving? Did you feel that the world was a little brighter, that you were a little more hopeful, and that more good things could come your way? Gratitude has a way of shifting our perspective. It opens our hearts and minds to see the opportunities and blessings that are already present, and in doing so, it draws more of them toward us. The power of gratitude is not just about feeling thankful. It's about recognizing the abundance that already exists in your life and acknowledging it. When you focus on what you have rather than what you don't have, you activate the law of attraction. In the book of Luke 17:11-19, we read the story of the 10 lepers who were healed by Jesus. Only one returned to give thanks. Jesus asked, were not all 10 cleansed? Where are the other 9? The one who returned to give thanks didn't just receive physical healing, he received spiritual restoration. His act of gratitude unlocked even greater blessings. Now think about your life. How often do you focus on what you lack, what you wish you had, or what you still want to achieve? It's easy to get caught up in the pursuit of more success, more money, more recognition. But when we focus only on what we don't have, we miss the blessings that are already present. The principle of gratitude reminds us to look around and take inventory of the things we already have. It might be our health, relationships, skills, or even the opportunities that we often overlook. By acknowledging these things, we send a powerful message to the universe that we are thankful. And in turn, the universe responds by giving us more to be thankful for. It's like a farmer who plants seeds in the soil. After planting, the farmer does not sit back and complain about the seeds not sprouting fast enough. Instead, the farmer waters the soil, nurtures the plants, and gives thanks for the growth that is taking place. Even before the harvest comes, the farmer expresses gratitude for the potential that lies beneath the surface. This attitude of thankfulness increases the chances of a fruitful harvest. Similarly, when we practice gratitude, we begin to see the potential in our current circumstances. We focus on what's growing rather than what's lacking, and that focus draws more of the right opportunities and outcomes into our lives. Gratitude also has a way of shifting our energy. When we are thankful, we are aligned with positive emotions, love, joy, peace. And these emotions create a frequency that attracts similar vibrations. As it says in Mark 11:24, therefore I tell you, whatever you ask for in prayer, believe that you have received it and it will be yours. Gratitude is a form of belief that you have already received even before the physical manifestation appears. When you express gratitude for something, even before it fully materializes, you are showing faith that what you desire is already on its way. Now reflect on your own life for a moment. How often do you express gratitude, even for the small things? When was the last time you gave thanks for your health, for your home, for your relationships, or for the opportunities that are unfolding around you? The more you focus on what you are grateful for, the more the law of attraction works in your favor, bringing more of the things you appreciate into your life. When you make gratitude a regular practice, it shifts your mindset from one of scarcity to one of abundance. You begin to see that you already have enough, that you are already equipped, and that success is not something to chase, but something that naturally flows to those who recognize the blessings in their lives. Gratitude not only attracts success, it amplifies it. It opens the door for greater things to come. The more you give thanks for what you have, the more you will see the world providing even more. As we wrap up, remember that attracting success is not a matter of luck, but a matter of aligning your beliefs, actions, energy, and gratitude with the law of attraction. It all begins with understanding that you are worthy of success, that you have the power to shape your destiny through intentional actions, that your energy must align with the abundance you desire, and that gratitude is the key that unlocks more of what you seek. By living each day with a mindset of possibility and purpose, you will see the transformation that comes when you attract success into your life. Believe in yourself, take action, radiate positivity, and always express gratitude for what you have and what is yet to come. Keep moving forward with faith, knowing that your success is already on its way. Good luck on your journey, and thank you for taking the time to listen. May your path be filled with abundance, peace, and unstoppable success.